Hello, a very warm welcome to our first Vibe Tribe Live. Oh, how are you this morning? Hello, it's lovely for you to join us this morning. Thank you very much for watching this. If you're watching it live, that is amazing. But obviously, if you're watching afterwards, then fantastic. Please reach out to us. But I am Baldwin Trott. I'm the co-creator of an incredible new coffee table book, which is going to knock people's socks off this Christmas and on. And I'm really thrilled to be here today with my co-creator. Bless this amazing woman who's had so much patience for me over quite an interesting few months, Heather Prince. Morning, Heather.
Morning, Jo. It's such a pleasure to be here with a sigh of relief at the end of the week on a Friday when we've been under full-on pressure of tying up all the finalities of this project, which has been ongoing for on and off 3.5 years, with the pandemic thrown in as well. But we've got here and it's finally off to the printers. Yes.
Oh, we've pressed print. And when it comes to coffee table, it's a whole different story. So I don't know if you're aware, but Heather has published 3 books already herself, as have I, and I've been in 6 books now published. Publishing a normal book, as I'm going to call them, is a whole different story to publishing a coffee table book, because it is like the old days. You know, you can't just nip onto Amazon and change the text, or, oh, let's use a different image. So Heather and I have toiled, and we have literally spent hours and like late nights getting this coffee table book to just the amazing standard we wished and always desired it to be. So let's start off with how we met. Heather, do you want to share the story of how we met and how Vibe started?
I really believe that everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. So if you haven't read the Celestine Prophecy, for those book lovers out there, I highly recommend it. So a lady put out a message on social media to say she was unable to attend a networking event, and we were both in Athena, which is a ladies networking, which was wonderful, and many of our contributors involved in this project are from our connections in Athena, which shows you how networking does work. So thereof I go to a pub called the Spaniards Inn, which I've always wanted to go to, and I don't like missing anything out. So off I go with my sat nav to the Spaniards Inn and sit down, and I don't know a soul. And this lovely, pretty blonde Jo gets up and does a talk on colour. And she also mentions that she had learnt Reiki. So I knew that she was aligned with me because I'm a trained healer. So we had a chat afterwards, and I said, listen, Jo, this sounds really weird, but I've just had a reading from a clairvoyant, from a medium, who said to me that a spirit want me to write a book about the effect of colour in the world today. I'm not quite sure where to start, but would you like to be involved? And she went, yes, now carry on, Jo.
Yeah, so I have been fascinated by colour since I was born. I've always been studying colour. I've got very high colour vision, so I've got 4 cones instead of 3. I can see more colour than the average person because my dad was colourblind. So colour's always been a big part of my life. Eventually I had my colours done, funny phrase that is, when you discover the colours that work for you and your clothes, which was monumental in changing my life and giving me a boost of confidence. So I've always studied colour, and I have spoken to experts on colour, one of them being Ashish Paul, Dr. Ashish Paul, who is another contributor in this book. And I absolutely wish to create a book about this. And I've been wanting to do it for 15 or more years, but never felt like it was meant to be an averagey reading book. There are lots of books about colour. And I always saw images as being part of it. But taking on a coffee table book by yourself is a monster task. So when Heather mentioned this to me, it just felt an absolute alignment. I was visiting this group and I'd never been there before. It was the first and the last time I'd ever visited that group. So it really was alignment. And that is what actually the book is all about. We're trying to offer in this book in our very best way we can, with the help of amazing images and beautiful information about colour, how to help you find your alignment, help you to find who you are and see that beauty within, and reconnect with bliss and joy. And obviously a lot of people haven't had much of that in these last times, and maybe not ever. But this is a chance to reconnect with this beautiful, incredibly abundant resource of something nature has given us and gifted us, and that is color. So let's come on to the book, Heather. We can't show you the cover yet because it's not being released until Thursday. So we're not allowed. We got told off. We shared it with some of the contributors, and we got ticking off from our publisher. Don't do it. And you don't mess with Brenda, Saint Brenda, as we call her, because she does have the patience of a saint, because we have toed and froed. But this book is offering segments, so we don't even want to call them chapters, because they're segments all about how colour can enhance your life. Heather, do you want to cover about the segments and what they are?
Yeah, I love the word segment, because if you think of an orange, a tangerine, a mandarin, whatever you want to think of, it's a whole. The book is a whole, but there are segments to it. And the thread running through it is all about the power of colour. And we talk in one of the segments about nature, because if you go out into nature, people can bring that feeling of when they're out in nature into their home, into their environment. And it's really important for us on a cellular level as well as a soul level to keep our vibration at an even keel. And we're an energy frequency, we're vibrating, and when we're down in doom and gloom, we literally say it in our verbal communication that we're feeling low, we're feeling down, and when we're feeling high, that is joy. We're up here, we're at joy, we're on cloud 9. But in reality, we can't be there all the time. We need to be somewhere in the middle, and colour can raise that vibe. When you watch the programs on the television where somebody has got a cluttered bedroom and everything's on the floor and everything is a dreary colour, it isn't a nice vibe. And when you watch the results, and the designers have created this beautiful, tranquil, zen space, and you walk in there, it's that feeling that the colour brings to you. And that's what this book is all about. So those segments start off with our home, the home that we live in. We're there so many hours, and we share this a lot more, and we have a great contributor, Cynthia Moretti, who is an interior designer that contributed to this segment. And the pictures that we have sourced for you are extremely inspiring to use colour rather than the trend that has been in the last few years of this neutrality of grey. And as Joe mentions within the book, it's like 50 shades of grey, which is all very well, but it needs to be zested up with a zing of colour. We've also got food. We've got Lucy de Angelis, who is a phenomenal contributor that has amazing knowledge about food. We're in a culture of fast food, but ideally for our own health, we need to embrace the rainbow colours of food. We've got lovely Gilly Clark. She's a brand expert. We are aware of brands. Surely if I said to you Nike, straight away in your mind, you'll see the sign, you'll know the brand. And we talk about how colour and brands are a huge influence on us as individuals. We share about culture. It's really interesting what Joe and I have researched and discovered about culture and how different colours mean different things in different countries. So that was fascinating. We share with Laurel Rond, another wonderful contributor, about our body. And we share something that you'll have to read the book first about colour and how it heals. That was fascinating. We've got Cynthia Yeah, Moretti again contributing to our environment. It's really important, especially if you live in an urban environment, to go and spend time in nature, especially if you're feeling anxious, depressed, fatigued. We need to lift our vibe by the vibrant colours that we get in nature. We've got Alison Standish, who is amazing, who will discover your colour personality. So again, that's all in the book. We've got Ava Marie Hunt, who's been a huge contributor to the art within the book, because it is so vibrant, and it sends out such amazing vibes, but each one of you will sense that in its own unique way, because that's how energy is. Jo is our brilliant color image expert, because she's had such insight and worked with wonderful personalities to share the skin. And Jo sees herself as an English complexion, and she'll have great fun with me because I'm Russian, Polish, and somewhere deep down South American. So everyone actually thinks I'm Greek or Italian, but actually I'm not. But yeah, so my skin is a different shade, and I'm not normally wearing chocolate, but I am today, because in the book, my segment is all about chakras, the cogs within your clock that need to be moving and in alignment with all the others for you to have a great sense of well-being. So we share in the book beyond the 7 chakras that you'll see in most other books, and we go down to the earth chakra, which is this lovely earthy chocolate, which grounds you, especially if you're spending so much time watching TV, on the computer, on your mobile phone, your head's in technology. It discombobulates you. You need to become grounded. And that's where wearing chocolate or having chocolate around you, that kind of color tone, will help, even earrings or a scarf. And back to you, Jo.
Yeah, and so I think you've covered most of them, but we've got soul as well. So this is does have and a huge kind of enlightening, and hopefully, you know, for the very first time, you'll discover information about spirituality, about how we work, and obviously with this beautiful connection to color. So we are really offering this incredibly diverse book. You can find books about soul, you can find books about interior, but this has got it all together. And the thing I get super excited about, which was always part of my real drive for this book, is that the images in this book are remarkable. We have spent hours and hours and hours speaking and reaching out to artists around the world. So it's a global message. And we have got artists from around the world and photographers, you know, stroke artists, who are providing their work for you exclusively. Some of them absolutely exclusive, never been sort of put out to the public before. And these, especially the artworks and some of the photographs, are available to purchase. Because, you know, for me, when I first wanted and saw this book, I wanted the pictures to be the pictures that you want on your wall. Some of them are kind of slightly more graphical and more image related to what we're talking about, but so many of them are the kind of piece of work, artwork, that you would want to just buy, have it large on your wall to bring some energy and some beautiful feelings to your home or your workplaces. So we're incredibly grateful to, firstly, I want to mention our author contributors. So we have author contributors and we have image contributors. And I even snuck in a picture of my bee. So I'm very excited about that. I am obsessed with bees. I love them. So I've got a couple of pictures there too, which is really exciting. But anyway, so I want to just mention our authors, and do prompt me because I get all excited, Heather, I might forget someone. But we do have Laurel Rond, who you've mentioned. Gilly Clark. We have Cynthia Moretti, Ava Marie Hunt. We also have Dr. Ashish Paul. That is 5. There's one more missing, and Alison Standish. And obviously myself.
Lucy.
We have Lucy, and it's all the L's. Lucy.
Lucy.
So Lucy's Angie's is the nutritionist. I want to mention right now our remarkable, just off the scale Trojan of a workhorse, and we now call her Saint Brenda. She's also called Brenda Dempsey, but I've labelled her Saint Brenda, and I think that's what we should all call her, because she truly has the patience of a saint. Our publisher, her remarkable tribe at Book Brilliance Publishing, they have done an incredible amount of just showing the commitment to this book, because it was kind of a first.
Yes, so big thanks to them.
They have been
Zara
remarkable.
And Olivia. Yeah,
Zara and Olivia especially, they have committed so much. But you can meet all of these people, including obviously Heather and I, if you haven't met us already, at the book launch. So we'd love you to invite you to do two things. We'd love you to go to our website, vibe-book.com, which is coming up across the bottom of the screen. And we'd also like to invite you to pre-order this book, because there won't be a better present for Christmas this year. There won't be. And even if you've got birthdays, or you just know someone right now who you feel actually they could do with a lift, they could do something in their lives, and it can sit on their table and it just be a constant gift of joy and love and uplifting feeling for them the minute they open the book. So it's available for pre-order or from our website, vibe-book.com. But let's talk about our book launch, Heather, because I'm so excited. I love a party, you know me. Do you want to share that?
Well, you're the singer. You're the singer. So the book launch is going to be in the most beautiful location. It's called Rockwater, and it's in Hove. So I know that for many of you that aren't local, it might be a journey, but it's a journey worthwhile. You'll get a free glass of bubbly at 6 p.m. on the 11th of the 11th, which means a lot to Joe and I. And we invite you, if you wish to stay for a meal on the terrace, which is gorgeous. Obviously, in November, the roof will not be open. It would be a bit chilly. But if you'd like to do that, we will need to ask you for a £10 deposit, and you will only purchase what you eat. So it's a very simple way that we can do this for us to fill up the terrace with all the fans that wish to come and support Joe and I at this amazing launch. So all you've got to do is go on our website and reach out to us, and we will sort that out with you. And the more the merrier. So over to you, Joe. Let's share about what you're offering with the run up to the launch.
Yeah, so Heather and I both felt very committed to offer something special, because this book is so special, to run alongside this. And obviously over the next few months as we launch the book, I used to work mostly and solely really with colour. And I'm talking about this lovely little colour wallet that I was given 14 years ago when my girls were 3 months old. I was given one of these, and it literally changed my life. I used to live in navy, grey, white, occasionally wear teal, and thought I was very exciting. But discovering my colours and discovering not just the colours that you wear on the outside, it's actually the colours within. It really lifted me. And especially one colour sang to me, this green colour sang to me. It just jumped out. I swamped my wardrobe with it. And it actually, now I know, started enriching my heart chakra. Green is for the heart chakra, and it engaged lots of love that I didn't feel at that time. And it led me to just make the biggest changes in my life, in my marriage and my family life, which have given me this beautiful gift of joy and connection with myself. So I'd like to bring colour back into my mentoring work and offer a special 3-hour mentoring, so soulful mentoring and colour session. So you'll discover your colours. We'll look at your personal brand and your image and how you're rocking up. Are you showing up in your true colours, or are you like me? I used to be hiding in navy or grey, especially you men, because a lot of men wear pale blue and they wear grey and, keep that very narrow palette of colour. But you too, pink isn't just for us. It's bringing colour into your wardrobe changes lives. Jeremy Nicholas, one of my most favourite speakers, was one of my clients, ex-BBC, and he said it changed his life. So for $495, which is £200 off the normal price, you can have this 3-hour session. So reach out to me directly for a 3-hour session that will possibly change your life. Heather, what are you offering to our Vibe tribe?
That is amazing. It's amazing. So don't procrastinate. Contact Joe today and book it in, because you're never going to look back. Now, what I'm offering is just a weenie Kickstarter, because my segment is primarily the chakra segment. So for £99, I'm offering you an hour of my time where I will work with you to discover whether one or more of your chakras are not opened fully or out of sync. Because like our organs, our internal organs, all need to work in synergy with each other. That's exactly how the chakras should ideally be working to give you a greater sense of well-being. So if you don't have 101% feeling of well-being right now, reach out to me. Let's book in that power hour. And that, if you wish, can follow on with clearing your Akashic records of anything from your present, past, or ancestors that have caused that imbalance in your chakras. So we can discuss that after that initial tiny little power hour, just to kickstart you forward. And that's me.
Brilliant. Thanks, Heather. 2 amazing offers. You know, it is something special for you guys. So mention Vibe Tribe when you contact us, because we'll know where you've come from then. If you're not already and you're watching this on LinkedIn or you're watching this on YouTube, join us in Facebook. We've got a Facebook page called Vibe Book 111. Join us there. And obviously, if you'd like to pre-order the book, and we really invite you to, the pre-orders are coming in already. And obviously, we've sent a number off to the printer. Heather, I have a feeling we're going to contact them saying, look, we need to double.
I have a feeling we're going to have to double the quantity. But that would be amazing. And it all starts with you who are watching us right now. If you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to buy that person, they've got everything. They're the ideal person to buy this book for. A coffee table book will only enhance wherever they put it in their home, but they will be able to dip in and out of it and just open it to a segment. And that's the perfect segment for them at that moment to read about whatever segment it is that they've opened it up to. So if you're thinking, yeah, I need to get my presents, you know where to go.
Yeah, it's an amazing gift. I've already people coming forward saying, oh my gosh, yeah, I definitely want to buy that for my mum. I want to buy it for myself. I've only got 1 coffee table book in my whole home. I've never really bought coffee table books myself. But I just feel like this is the answer for people that have never bought coffee table books before. Some people haven't, because it really is just an incredibly beautiful. It's an accessory. I mean, it's better than a cushion, right? It's really just a beautiful gift that you can have in your home. So there we go. Join us on Facebook, and we will be going live next Tuesday with the other authors. So the other authors who we mentioned earlier, they'll be joining us. So we'll be hearing from them about their little segments and what they offer to the book. So that'll be amazing. That'll be 7:30 next Tuesday, BST, British Summer Time, still just about. And we would like to wish you a very good. We compulsory to finish off with the vibe sign. So obviously, this is all about energy. Vibration energy is all that we are. The book starts with a beautiful quote from Nikola Tesla. Is that frequency is all that we are. That's what we are. So Heather and I would like you to invite you to raise your hands and raise your vibe, make the vibe sign, okay? Because this instantly increases your energy. You're connecting with your soul star chakra, which is above your head. You're connecting with the higher realms, and also you're connecting all those beautiful, I can feel my fingers tingling every time I do this, with all your kind of chakras. You're literally giving yourself an instant boost of enlightenment and golden light coming through, healing light. That will instantly raise your vibe. So this is the vibe sign. We'd love to get you to join us, our Vibe Tribe. And I'm going to wish you another day. Last word from you, Heather, to say goodbye.
Yes, when you just lift up your arms, just say, I am having an amazing day, and let go, surrender, keep your hands open, surrender to the higher energies. And if you just have a peek at the right hand corner of your screen, you'll see that we have shared an image from the book by Ava Maria Hunt, which is in the chakra segment. You can see those beautiful colors there, and you can see the arms lifting as Jo has explained, and that will lift your vibe. So happy weekend, everybody, and sending lots of love.
Take care, folks. We'll be back next week. Bye for now. Bye.